Hello and welcome back. It's been a couple of weeks since my last video post, but in my defense, I have been on holiday in beautiful Kenya, and I'm hoping that the tan makes up for the lack of content. I am videoing from home today at Rebel and Soul. We're being very diligent and helping to stop the using all the precautions we can with coronavirus, and working from home and having video meetings where possible, etc. So welcome to my house, and today I want to talk to you about something that not only am I super passionate about personally, but is really intrinsic in the DNA of Rebel and Soul. It's actually ultimately everything that Rebel and Soul is about, which is memory making. As an experiential marketing agency, we are all about making memories. And the reason for that is because ultimately we are a product of our memories. We are the product of every experience, every interaction, everything that we've ever been through is what shapes us. And in order to make memories as effectively as possible, we created a methodology called Involve. So Involve is our proprietary neuroscience methodology. It uses neuroscience to understand what is it that makes certain things more memorable than others. Why do we remember some things but not remember other things? And Involve was created by Christy Castleton, who is the founder of Rebel and Soul. She was actually about 10 years ago diagnosed with an illness, and in researching that, she did a lot of research into neuroplasticity, into the rewiring of the brain, and memories is a big part of that. And looking at events throughout history and looking at her own personal experiences throughout history, understood that there need to be seven elements that that correspond to making something very, very memorable, to not only capturing attention but making long-term memories. And I'm going to take you through them. So the methodology is called Involve. Involve is actually an acronym where each of the letters correspond to each of the seven different elements. So I is for intrigue. Having an element of intrigue, of the unexpected, of surprise, is really key to making a long-lasting memory. The reason for that is that actually we still have caveman brains. We think we are these super evolved rational beings, but actually our brains haven't caught up yet. We still work in fight or flight. Our brains have a finite capacity to remember things. So it prioritizes things that are going to be life-enhancing and important. And if you are somewhere where you know what's happening, if it's expected, your brain will switch off. It will not be memorable. So ensuring that there's an element of intrigue, of the unexpected, will make something memorable. N. As marketers, I think we all know the power of new, of novel, a new product, a new concept. So having something novel is key to making long-lasting memories. V, vivid. So we've done a lot of research into the colors and shapes that really stick out in the mind's eyes. Different colors and shapes have different references and associations, but it needs to be really vivid to be memorable. O for organized. So going back to the caveman brain, we are actually programmed to remember the bad more than the good. So ensuring that an experience is well organized, that it is seamless, that there's no friction, is really key. I think I always like to use the analogy of if you go on holiday and you're having a wonderful time, but on the way back your flight's cancelled, they lose your luggage, it just leaves you with a sour taste, and actually it really taints the experience and the memory, and that is what you leave remembering. So making sure that something's well organized is going to make it be memorable in the right way. L for lively. So if you have a static image next to a moving image, you are automatically going to be drawn to the movement. The way our memories are processed is we remember movement more than anything that's static. That's going to be much more memorable. So liveliness is key. V for variety. So what you like might be different to what I like. Variety is the spice of life, as they say. Also, we have we have such short attention spans nowadays. So ensuring that there's a variety of stimulus to keep us engaged. And then E for emotion. It's like the famous Maya Angelou quote. It's not what you say or what you do that people remember, but how you make them feel. And that's the same for an experience or a product. It's not necessarily the messaging of the product or how that product works, but how you feel. So emotion is really, really key for capturing attention and making long-term memories. And so that's involved in a very brief, quick nutshell. It's the framework that we use in all of our communication. So these 7 elements are the framework we use, and then the order and the frequency of them is the 38 touch points, which is our secret sauce. So if you are interested in hearing more, please feel free to reach out. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.